All of our gifts are connected to other people's blessings. Yeah. And if we don't walk in our gift, guess what? Those people that are uniquely assigned to us will not be blessed. So we have to do what it is that God has called us to do. We have to give the information and give, because it will come back. We got to stand up and speak and share and write and all those things that's inside of you. I hope you are listening. Do it. Because you have nothing to lose, but although the things that you can gain, there's someone out there that needs you. There's someone that needs your gift, your book, your course, whatever it is that God has put inside of you. They need it. And you don't need anybody to tell you to do it. Just do it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another amazing episode of the New Rich Podcast with Uyi Abraham and my co-host,
Dr. Faith Abraham. Welcome back, New Rich Nation.
Great. We're excited that you are here with us. We have a powerful guest today, okay? I mean, we're just so blessed. Recently, she spoke at one of our virtual summit, and when we heard her speak, so much fire, so much anointing, so much of business nuggets as well. Yes. It was like, wow, we got to share her with as many people as possible. She's also going to be speaking at our mastermind too. At the time you're watching this, it may or may not have happened. And also too, we felt like we got to bring her to come share some really good stuff with you guys today. But before we do that, as usual, so let me check in with Dr. Faith. So how you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Busy.
I didn't want to use the word busy because, everybody says, well, I'm busy. So I just said, I'm wonderful.
Yeah, so at the time of at the time of the recording, we're preparing for our mastermind, which also is going to be our very last Making Millions Mastermind. I think this is the fourth one we're doing now.
Yeah, number 4.
Yeah, we're going to be moving and shifting into something else, something
bigger, better, more amazinger. So stay tuned.
Right?
I just made up that word. Did you like it?
Yeah,
amazinger.
It was great. You're doctor, so you can always.
Thank you. Y'all better recognize I can make up words.
That's good. So we have an amazing guest today.
We do.
Shanice M. Wise. She's a powerful speaker, coach, communicator, consultant, everything you need. So let's officially welcome her. Welcome, Shanice.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Good. How you feeling?
I feel good. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Been up since about 4:45, traveling. But it's good.
I was going to say, are you sure you were traveling or were you at Orange Theory getting it in?
Girl, now listen. Right, not today.
I was like, yes. We love a business guru, someone who's making waves in the business industry, but still taking care of that physical health and mental health.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get up at 4:15 every day to go work out at 5.
So when do you sleep?
When do I sleep? I have a 3-year-old and a 14-year-old, so I don't know. I just sleep when I can, You
try to get at least 5 hours of sleep, though?
I get at least 5, maybe.
Maybe.
It's okay, though. It's okay. I feel good. Life is great. I'm blessed.
Okay.
It's good. Baby's healthy.
Yeah.
Husband great.
Come on.
Business moving.
Why?
Yes.
I said that when you came in. I was like, oh, I love the sound of it.
Yes. So business is good.
So you're a juggling life, motherhood, entrepreneurship, a wife. You're still
a full husband too.
Full husband, yes.
So 2 kids. So actually 3.
3 in ministry. Minister. I know. I tried to skate over that too.
Jokes.
But yeah.
And ministry.
I am.
So you're juggling all the things.
Yes.
Isn't it awesome?
It is.
Because we sit there and we pray, Lord, bless me. I want to be booked, busy, and blessed. Mm-hmm. And now we're booked, busy, and blessed. And we're like, Lord, don't let there be no stress.
I'm like, okay, who else can I hire? I'm always looking like, who can I hire to help make this more efficient, Yes. And so that's where I'm always at. So I have 4 babysitters on hand.
Yes.
I have an office assistant, virtual assistant, operations manager, marketing. I have to because my life is busy.
Come on. So let's go ahead and hone in on that. And I want to talk to New Rich Nation, because I think for a lot of us, especially POCs, we find it difficult. Okay, POCs in America.
Okay.
Because back home in Nigeria, having house help, it's normal. Just depends on what tax bracket you're in.
Okay.
But here in the States, it seems like a lot of women have a hard time delegating, have a hard time asking for help.
Yeah.
So how did you get to the place where you can? Yes, yes, mom guilt.
Somebody has to help their kids instead of them. Right?
Well, here in the States, especially in our community as women of color, we are taught to be the strong woman, and you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Get it done. Get it done. And I'm not that chick. I understand how you grow.
Yes.
And in order for me to be able to get everything accomplished, there's no way that I could do it on my own. And that's what I tell my clients. You can't scale a business by yourself, because you'll hit a plateau.
Yeah.
You have to look at the areas where you need help in life, because the way you operate life is how you operate business.
Correct.
And so we have a house cleaner. There's no way I'm cleaning my house. I'm just not doing it. Babysitters. I have a 14-year-old, so I'm running with him. He's in sports. Like you said, your daughter's in sports. My son is in sports. And then I'm in ministry. I do a lot at my church as well.
Yes.
And I didn't even tell you, a caretaker, we take care of my grandparents. So it's a lot. Wow. But we have one life to live. And so I'm going to juggle whatever I can juggle, get it done, and delegate. Outsource, automate.
Now, were you always delegate, outsource, automate,
and hire? Boom.
Right there. Were you always that way?
You know what? Growing up, my mother raised me to be what she wasn't.
That's good. Come on.
And she says that.
Generational.
Yes. Because growing up, she was very passive. My mother and my aunt are beautiful, but they didn't know it because my grandmother never really enforced that or told them that because of her upbringing. My grandmother had my aunt when she was 17, and so she's around a whole bunch of older people. I have a huge family, huge. And so she was around a lot of older people, and so didn't have a voice. And so that kind of, ran into my mom and my aunt until they got older. And so my mom was like, no, you're going to be fierce. You're going to be courageous. You're going to be strong. And so that was a great thing, but also a challenging thing. Yeah. But in the business world,
yes.
I've been that way. And I'm grateful that I'm that way. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's get into your story. So tell us a little bit about
absolutely.
your story.
My story. Oh my gosh. Where do I start? And so I've always been an entrepreneur. When I was 12 years old, I sold lemonade and a lemonade stand.
Yes.
So I always had that type of spirit. Always go-getter. Always wanted something more out of life. Went to Ohio State University, OHIO, graduated with 2 business degrees and went into corporate. And I realized that just was not who I be, And so I'm like, what can I do? And so I got into multi-level marketing. So have you heard of Mary Kay Cosmetics?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was a beast at Mary Kay. I mean, when I got in, I was one of the youngest African-American sales directors in Columbus, Ohio. Wow. 24. Yep. Moved up the career path very quickly. I drove 7 free cars, 4 pink Cadillacs.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean.
If y'all don't know about Mary Kay, if you're driving a pink Cadillac, you are a boss. Okay?
Yes. Worked hard. 200 consultants, 300 customers. I mean, for 14 years.
Wow.
And until one day I was like, well, let me go back. Okay. So went into pharmaceutical sales.
Okay.
And left corporate. Everybody thought I was crazy because I went to school, got this degree, great money out of college, and realized it wasn't for me. So then I got into Mary Kay Cosmetics. And I traveled all over the country teaching business owners how to do Mary Kay until one day the Lord said, I need you to translate that into your own company. I need you to build your own business from ground up. And I'm like, Lord, I've built this empire in Mary Kay.
Yes.
And he's like, no. And so I literally sent my car back to the company, gave up everything, and I built my coaching and consulting business from ground up.
That's amazing.
Yes. And through all this,
yes,
went through a divorce, Was almost homeless.
Wow.
Single mom for a while. Yeah. And then, fast forward, running a great company. I employ, 4 employees and remarried, have a 3-year-old. But yeah, in a nutshell, of course, my story is longer than that, but yeah.
Wow, that is so amazing. So here's the tools I use to run my 8-figure business. As you already know that launching a business online, you're going to need software and platforms to help you to run it. So for my website, I use Vonza. For my email marketing, I use Vonza. For my sales funnels, I use Vonza. For my online course creation, I use Vonza. To sell my physical product like my books, my t-shirts, I use Vonza. To sell my digital products like my ebooks and my downloads, I use Vonza. To schedule my emails, I use Vonza. To schedule meetings with my clients, I use Vonza. To take payments, I use Vonza. So what is Vonza? It's a simple to use online platform that helps you to run your entire business in one place so you can save time and money and stop dealing with tech frustrations and trying to tie multiple tools together. You just use one good, simple platform to run your business online. Vonza has been voted the best platform for online business. So you should go right now to Vonza.com and start saving money and start helping more people and doing business the easy way. It's the best platform for online business. So go right now to Vonza.com and start your free trial. So how did you get into coaching and consulting?
Well, in Mary Kay, first and foremost, I've always had the title boss. Like they call me little boss in my business. In my family. And so I was just always leading something. And then when I got into Mary Kay, it's like that gifting in me really came to fruition. Because I coached business owners, but they were inside of Mary Kay. And so people will be coming up to me like, Shanice, can you teach me how to run my business? But I didn't have time because I was inside of doing everything with Mary Kay. Right. And so that's kind of how it evolved. And I've built businesses. I can teach you how to build it from ground up. People ask me, Shanice, what do you do? I don't teach you how to run your own industry. I teach you how to build a business. Mm-hmm. And most business owners don't know how to run a business. They know how to do what they do. They know how to sell real estate. Yes. They know how to do event planning. Yes. They know how to life coaching, but they don't know how to run a business. And so that's what I teach, the fundamentals of growing your visibility, expanding your profitability, improving your systems, your strategies, different things that you have to do as a business owner.
Yeah, because most people are they're not taught business principles, mindset, thought processes. I can't remember who it was that said this. It was probably a meeting I was in, but he said most of us have sat at the table with worker bees, not the managers, not the owners, not the CEOs. So therefore, whatever table we sit at, that is what we pick up. Absolutely. And so we operate from that place until we now start a business. Well, now you have to sit at another table.
You have to sit at a different table.
You have to hear a different conversation.
Yes.
There's like so many different elements to it. So you're kind of like reprogramming a lot of your clients so that they can see the business aspect of running a business.
Absolutely. You can have a real estate coach at the same time as having me as a business coach because they're going to teach you real estate. I'm going to teach you how to build a solid business so it can weather any storm. Wow. You know what I mean? Business principles. And a lot of, especially us in our community, we don't know it.
Okay. So now let's delve a little bit deeper into your expertise,
Okay.
What would that be? So just kind of flow what would that be, in terms of expertise? Maybe somebody's watching right now like, okay, you're talking about how to start a business, build a business, but I know you kind of go a little bit deeper. Like in the mastermind, you spoke about the value ladder, right? So I still remember the title because it was profound,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So so go into your expertise and just kind of give knowledge. Because when we bring guests on the New Rich podcast, we want people that also kind of deliver knowledge and expertise, so that somebody watching can learn something and do something.
Well, first and foremost, what I do is when a business owner comes to me, I do a business analysis to see what they're missing because there's so many different things that I can do. The value ladder is one piece of it. And so there are 2 types of leads. You can get a cold cold lead, right? Or a warm lead. Warm lead comes from referrals. They've been watching you. They've been researching you, all that good stuff. A cold lead is the majority of leads that we get, especially when you have quality lead generators. And a lead generator is something that attracts your ideal audience, and it shares your expertise and your knowledge. Normally you give it away for free. And so the value ladder is how you nurture clients, basically, target your target audience. And so a value ladder is how you take a cold lead to a warm lead. Mm-hmm. And there's your services, your expertise in between. So let me give you an example. What I explained in the summit is when I talked about, okay, so on my ladder for an aspiring business owner, I have a course. Okay. And so there's a lead generator that goes with that course that will attract the person that needs that course. The next step is I have a course for new business owners or a business owner that wants to rebrand. Mm-hmm. And that's called Build a Six-Figure Business Now. Okay. Both courses, I have my book, Activating Your Gifts. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a published author. And so after that, then I do a VIP day. And so I'm taking people up my ladder, teaching them who I am and what I can offer. Okay. And then my highest level is my 12-month business coaching program. And so I teach a lot of my clients how to do that, because a lot of times we want our clients to just show up, right? We want to make money right away. That doesn't happen in business. You have to nurture, you have to teach, you have to show people what it is that you're capable of doing. And so that's an example of the value ladder. But there's a lot that I teach. I teach business owners how to create and build sales funnels and campaigns. I teach pricing, because most business owners don't know how to create a solid pricing model. Yes. A lot of times, especially women, we price too low. Okay, because we want to get the client, but you have to understand your worth, your value, your intellectual property. When they leave you, what are they going to go do? Mm-hmm. I have clients that come through my program and they leave and they're running multi-million-dollar businesses. And so there's no way I can charge them $100.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So teaching business owners how to value what it is that they do. I'm a strategist. So I come in and I look at the different strategies, because you need a hiring strategy. You need an operations strategy. You need a marketing, a content development strategy. So you see, there's a lot that I can do in the business realm. But my goal is to really make sure that business owners build their business on a solid foundation.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's powerful. Even like the scripture says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do?
What can the righteous do?
A lot of people just want to make money. They want to learn how to make money, but there's no foundation, no systems, no structure. And then they make a little money, then they lose it, or they can't make more. Then they go back to where they started from, because we started the wrong way from the very, very beginning, right? Yeah. So now I wanted to ask you too, because you said earlier you have a team, you have employees and stuff, I also too, for women too, especially mothers, sometimes they feel, have the mom guilt to kind of be able to delegate some of motherly responsibilities, but also too for new business owners, and this might help somebody watching, and sometimes they kind of get stuck in the fear of either allowing somebody else to take aspects of their business and run it for them, or the fear of, oh my God, how will I get the money to hire people and still run a profitable business? So how did you navigate those two scenarios? One of, I'm going to trust somebody else to come in and do this thing I can do very well. And the second part is, okay, how, the money thing too. I still got to pay them, and then I still got to run a profitable business. So are you able to navigate those two?
Well, for me, I knew that I needed money. And a lot of new business owners have that false scenario that they don't need money, and you need money to start a business. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. And so even when I walked away from corporate, I had about 8 to 9 months worth of money saved up, because when you leave your job, now you got business and personal bills. And so it's a different type of thought process. Absolutely. And as a new business owner, you have to understand you're going to work long hours. Because if you work in corporate, that's a long day. And so I mean, I went through a lot of hiring and firing. You know, it was not an easy process. I can say right now I am blessed to have a good team. But, woo. I mean, I went through a lot. I mean, a lot of hiring and firing. It was not an easy process.
Right.
And so new business owners, you can use companies like a Fiverr or Upworks, you know, just something to help get you going. But eventually you're going to need to hire someone to help you. And I always say start with a virtual assistant.
So are all your team all virtual or you have in person?
So I have an office assistant who comes into my office, and then I hire family too. There's people in my family who I've taken through the, you know, I mean, I have a whole hiring process though.
Right.
It's like going into corporate. I do your first interview, your second, I bring in another business owner because I have been hurt, you know, like and so now I set my hiring strategy like going and working in corporate because I'm paying you. And so you have to show up for me and you have to be able to do the things that I need you to do. But going back to your question, for new business owners, please understand you need resources. Because you're going to have to hire someone. And you also need resources to invest in events like yours. Mm-hmm. You know, unfortunately, new business owners don't have the mindset to get a business coach or, you know, that in the beginning. And I wish someone had taught me that because in the beginning, I would have had a business coach.
Yes. Absolutely.
A lot of business owners they hire us too late, right? And not too late, but it's like we got to go back and rework. And so, I mean, look into funding. Get your credit right. I mean, there's a lot. For me, I tell people, this is what I tell people about me as a business coach. I am going to pray for you. I am going to intercede. I may even give you a prophetic word.
Okay.
Hey.
But also being in my space, I'm going to stretch you and I'm going to tell you what's real. There's too many business owners starting businesses on a piece of bread and a crumb. If you want to be successful, you got to get your credit right.
And you got to get the money to use.
You got to get it.
No, sorry, though.
You're feeling this time.
We had a conversation.
Talking about this even yesterday.
Literally yesterday. So I'm containing myself.
You're like,
we're preparing for the mastermind too, being like and talking through things and stuff, you know. And then I mean, like even the mastermind really made it affordable. We were at $197.
oh my gosh, your price was like,
and VIP $497. People still saying, please, can we get a further discount for $197? We can afford it and stuff. We're like, what's wrong with people nowadays? You got to invest in yourself.
Yes.
You got to invest in marketing. And you can't be a grown adult now. It's not just acceptable. Sorry, somebody got to tell you guys the truth. It's not acceptable to be an adult that you have no access to funds or funding.
Absolutely.
Right? You might not have the cash in your bank account, but your credit should be good enough that you can get a credit card for $10,000.
Absolutely.
That you can invest in coaching, mentorship, mastermind, and ads or team or virtual assistant or whatever. You can't just, people have been lying to people and just say, well, you can just start a business or nothing. And you can, but you can't scale it.
You can't.
You cannot.
Money to put forward in it, you know.
And if you don't have the money, you have to have the energy and the time.
Yeah.
Because it's either or. You can't say I don't have money and I don't have time. Well, baby, you got to go back to work.
You have to go back to work. And you work that job until you get the money. And that's why I'm saying you may have
your credit.
Fix
your credit. Yes.
Funding you can use for your business too. All right.
Yeah. This is good conversation, right? This is good conversation because I don't play that game. In the beginning of my business, I was not speaking the language of the ideal client that I wanted to attract.
That's powerful.
And so
you got to say that again.
Okay. So let me explain to you what that means is. In my mind, so when I first started, my title was personal development coach. Mm-hmm. I could not understand why all these people were coming to me for personal development, but in my mind, I want business owners. It was not matching up. I was out of alignment with who I was speaking to and what I was calling myself. I had to rebrand. And that's how I came up with business expansion coaching strategists. I teach business owners how to expand. You can't expand without revenue. You got to have some money. And so I'm very clear. That's why I have my value ladder. I don't really coach new business owners unless you have the resources. My target audience is 6 and 7 figure business owners. And so, but I do have the course for new business owners. And all of
They're not left out.
they're not, you're not left out, because if you follow my ladder, it prepares you to work with me one-on-one.
There you go.
But how many business owners are going to really follow the ladder? How many are going to come in and say, okay, aspiring business owner, let me purchase this course, Activating Your Gifts. Let me get what I need to prepare for entrepreneurship. Then let me go to Build a 6-Figure Business Now. There's 8 modules of me giving everything that's up here for a new business owner. When you complete that, you should be ready to build a 6-figure business. And so I'm walking you up the ladder. Most business owners don't think like that. And that's why there's not a lot of you and I, right? There's, a lot of business owners only get to a certain place because, like you said, they want the discount. You can't go into Macy's and ask them for a discount. You can't go into, if they're having a sale, that's different. But you can't go up to the register and say, hey, so I saw this jacket. It's $50, but can I really get it for $29? They're going to look at you like, no.
I mean, I just that's a good point.
That's right.
And just to kind of tell you what that said too, about if you don't have the money, you got to have the energy, the strategy, or the value. There got to be something you bring into the table.
You have to bring something to
or don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it.
Right.
And that's and that's why I tell my clients, when you get with me, I'm going to stretch you and I'm going to shift your mindset.
That's it.
Either don't do it or do it and do it the right way. Or you just don't need me. You know what I mean?
So how did you overcome? Were you always like that when you were in terms of being good with pricing? And
I wasn't.
I get good at it. How did you become this?
That's a good question.
Yeah, when I started and I was not pricing the right way and I wasn't doing this and doing that, and so I invested in a coaching program. Now, let's start at the beginning. Okay, the first coaching program because every business owner needs a coach. Y'all listen, and every coach needs a coach.
That's right.
Hands down. You need someone to mentor you and help you grow that's doing better than you at the end of the day. And so my first coaching program, I didn't pray. It was out of alignment. And I'll never forget being at her event and I'm watching her and I went to the bathroom, true story, and I cried for 60 minutes. And I had to ask myself, Shanice, why are you crying? Number one, I knew more than she did. Number two, I was out of alignment. And number three, I didn't pray about it. And so the next coach that I got, we were in alignment. And she had an $18,000 program. I had never invested that much, but I was tired of being where I was at. And so I found the money, y'all. I did not have it. I found it because you know what?
That's what entrepreneurs do. If you cannot find the money, you are not ready for business. Bro.
You're not ready for business, but we will find the money, especially as women, to get our hair done. We will get those braids, that sewing. We will get some red bottoms. We will buy us a nice bag. Yeah. And so this is just what I was speaking over the weekend, and a young lady asked me, how to get the resources. And she said, well, she just went to Jamaica. And I'm like, well, how much did you spend? She said $3,000. I said, so think about taking that money and investing it into your business. It's just a different mindset. You can afford this. You just have to shift your mindset. And so I made the money. It was like as soon as I stepped out in faith, God shifted the universe in my favor. I found the money and I was with her for 3 years and never missed a payment. And remember, I didn't have it.
$18,000.
$18,000 a coaching program. That right there shifted my mindset because she kept telling me, Shanice, you know what I know. You already know what I know. We both came out of Mary Kay. She's running this huge empire. And what she was we're not our own coach, right? We're just not our own coaches. People can see what we can't see, but we see it for our clients at the end of the day. And so she kept saying, you know what I know. And that's when I first created a program like hers. And from that gave me the confidence. When you stretch and you step out in faith, you have no idea how God is going to bless you. It shifted my mindset and it shifted my self-worth because she's teaching what I know. And so I'm like, if she can do this, so can I. Because I'm confident in what I do. I just needed someone to help me structure it.
Yeah. But what you just said, a lot of people don't know how to do that. I have to just think and say, you know what? Let me observe, learn, and replicate.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
so hard for people.
Yeah. It is. It is. It is. That's just like we have to be, if I could give some advice as a business owner, if you see something that stands out to you, invest in it. That's why I came to you all's event, because I'm like, there's something about the two of them that I like. And so I told Ebony that, my PR rep, and I'm like, I'll see if I can speak. You didn't offer me a speaking opportunity, but I thought about it and I'm like, well, listen. If it's an opportunity, then it's there. If not, then it's not. But how would I know if I didn't ask you?
And you took the chance.
And I took the chance. And then I'm looking at the programs and I'm like, well, I want to do VIP. So I signed, you know what I mean? And
VIP.
It's
and also to another thing that's also important too. One of the reasons to why I said yes was because you gave value first. Right? Which a lot of people don't understand, because sometimes there are coaches teaching people to never do anything for free. Like, make sure you get paid for this. Make sure.
Oh, no.
But sometimes too, it's like a seed. If you understand, you sow seeds, and sometimes some will reap, some will not reap. But sometimes the seed you sow from your heart, right? God just have a way of just opening more doors for you.
Absolutely.
I remember one time. Ellie, I did a Zoom. One of my friends, she has a mastermind. She said, hey, can you come to my mastermind and, teach them on how to create a course and coaching program? And to about 12 people that was there, And then I did a Zoom thing for free. I didn't charge a thing. It took 2 hours of my life, right? But then she's like, hey, why don't you offer them something? And I offered them something, and I made $24,000 from something that from my heart was just to bless people for free, right? Yeah. So one of the things that, because I also kind of make sure that, what's connecting with like-minded people too, So I always watch people that just like to give first without always trying to wasn't it for me? So when she spoke about speaking at the mastermind, some people too, we try to reach out to them like, oh, how much are you going to pay me and this and that? It was a free event anyway. And for not the mastermind, the summit.
The summit, yes.
So a free event anyway. So I wasn't ready to pay anybody because just wanted to bring people. We're going to expose you to some new people. Hopefully, some value come back to you. That was our mindset, But then when you came and you say, oh, I'll do it for free. And you came and really delivered value. I was like,
and
why
you delivered. Not like half-stepping, cutting corners, just sloppy, not prepared.
Right, because I'm trying to get as much in as I can for you all. Yeah.
So
but it was a heart thing, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. Like, when you sow those seeds and you say, okay, I'm going to do something for free, it's not begrudgingly.
Right.
Be a cheerful, man, we about to get.
Listen, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But see, but that's when you do business from the heart. My thing is there's nothing like seeing my clients grow and develop. That's worth more money than money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because that's when I know that my gift, I'm really using my gift that God has given me. And so the opportunity to connect to like-minded people, I'm going to get on the airplane and fly. Now I'm selective and I use wisdom and discernment. But when something stands out to me, I'm like, okay. And your energy, I love the class that you taught. I love that you are doing it as a couple. Like, there's so many layers. You're in ministry. And so I'm like, okay, God, because prayers that I've been praying a long time ago, I'm starting to see them come to fruition. And so you have to give in order to receive, right? You reap what you sow. And so I don't know. I'm always giving. Because I'm blessed. I see things that come back 5 years from now and they're like, you remember me? Yeah, I said I was going to sign up for your coaching program and you sat with me and you told me this and told me that and didn't charge nothing. And now I'm ready. And I'm like, I don't even remember them, but praise God. You know what I mean? Yes. And so I give. I'm a giver. And that's not only a kingdom principle, I believe, and nobody can tell me anything different, that the Bible is the best business success book in the world. In the world. Yes. You can apply it to your life. You can apply it to your marriage, to your kids, to your business, to yourself. It just spreads all the way around. It's the treat that keeps on giving. Absolutely. And if you take those seeds, those nuggets, those principles from the Bible, and you apply it to your business,
you win every single time.
Every time.
And
Every
it sounds
time.
like that's exactly what you're saying. Like, you've sown those seeds. So you've done those things. And guys, don't get it twisted now. There's some things that she does for free, and she did for free. And then there's things that have a price tag.
Absolutely.
And you got to pay the price tag. However, it is so much so that everything comes together. Everything, God makes everything come together. Everything
Absolutely.
just works as it should. And so that also means that faith is required.
Oh my gosh. But how do you know what? I am so seasoned in business. I tell people I am not everybody's coach, because my company is built on spiritual and biblical principles. And if that doesn't work for you, I'm not changing who I am. Every time I get on a coaching call, we pray before, always, because I need God to enter into the room. And so how can you, I don't understand, and I'm still waiting on somebody to explain it to me, how you can run a business without having faith. Think about it, because if you think about the natural mind, we operate by faith when we get in a car.
That's right.
We operate by faith when we get on an airplane. When we send our kids to school nowadays.
Yeah.
And so if you take that same mindset and put it into business, oh my gosh, we are faith walkers. Even if you don't believe, you walk by faith.
Every time.
So if you use that same principle, I mean, when you say the Bible, that is the playbook of everything.
The century.
The century. If you understand the principles of God, if you pay attention to how Jesus moved, he moved from place to place to place. You don't think he had resources?
Or needed resources.
Or needed. And then he had a team.
Okay.
The disciples was with him.
Okay.
At least 12 grown men.
At least.
Y'all know
Some
y'all
with their
eat
wives
too.
and their kids and everything.
I mean, and so if you understood that, then I could go like that right there.
It's just so powerful, like two men that really got famous and in the last decade that really kind of try to help a lot of entrepreneurs mindset about giving and adding value, like Gary Vee. I don't know if you've heard of him. And I think Alex Hormozi also kind of copied from Gary Vee too, of this thought of just give value. And you're like, oh my God, they are so deep. But that's what the Bible said. I think it's Luke 6:38. Give, and it shall be what?
Given to you.
Good measure,
Pressed down, shaken together, and run it over. Yes.
That's what the
It
Bible
shall
said.
give unto you.
Give first,
Yes.
and it shall be given unto you, right?
Yeah.
But like, oh man, this people just think, oh, these guys are just so smart. Yeah, they're smart, I know, but really, these principles are in Scripture.
They're scriptural
Give
principles.
value. And
they work.
You go on Facebook Live, you give value.
You give
go on,
That's right.
you give
Everywhere.
value. Just
Everywhere.
Add
The
value. Add
podcast.
value.
Yeah.
Add value.
Everywhere.
Add value. Add value. Right.
But that's turning a cold lead into a warm lead. The more value you give, the more research. Great example. I have a young lady. She's been following me on Instagram. In the beginning, she got on one of my workshops, free information, didn't do anything. She literally messaged me on Monday. She's like, you didn't do your live show, the show that you were on. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I got to travel. I haven't been feeling well, blah, blah, blah. She's watching me. Then she's like, well, I just purchased your book. Then she got on my other workshop. So it's layering, and it's the free information that she needs. First of all, to know that I am not like every other business coach out there that's giving false information. Because let's be real. There's a lot of business owners out there that are giving false information. And so the more information that you give, the more you show that it comes from your heart. Put it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever, but keep giving, because it will come back. And I see it. Like I have a young lady, she's been with me for 3 years now in my program, and we met on Instagram.
Wow.
It's so powerful. It is so powerful. So, I mean, that is and that's
We spoke
what it
about
is.
a lot of stuff.
Right.
We really did. But I think this really just sometimes certain things and it's there and you operate by that principle, but then you'll have conversations that reignite that principle that's within you. That giving is like reignited within me.
Yeah.
So even when I'm talking to clients, even at the mastermind, the mastermind is already over by the time you see this video, but you can still request for the replay.
Yes.
Get the replay.
Get the replay.
Replay will bless you. But even in the mastermind, that is the heart posture. Sowing and reaping will never cease. That giving always comes back, especially when it's done cheerfully.
Absolutely.
Like, be a cheerful giver. Even when you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, what's her name? And this one and this one. And I'm just thinking of all the people that I know that follow me, that share my broadcast, that do all the things that they do, that follow this. Hey, New Rich Nation. I appreciate them because they came through with a freebie. They came through with a live. They came through with something that just spoke to them in a way that only I could speak to them.
Absolutely.
And then your clients, you speak to them in a way that only you can speak to them.
Yep.
And your clients. And so we all have something to add to the world, but we have to have faith that it's going to go forth and it's going to produce.
And we had to speak. We have to speak. I wrote about this in my book. All of our gifts are connected to other people's blessings. Yeah. And if we don't walk in our gift, guess what? Those people that are uniquely assigned to us will not be blessed. So we have to do what it is that God has called us to do. We have to give the information and give, because it will come back. We got to stand up and speak and share and write and all those things that's inside of you. I hope you are listening. Do it. Because you have nothing to lose, but although the things that you can gain, there's someone out there that needs you. There's someone that needs your gift, your book, your course, whatever it is that God has put inside of you. They need it. And you don't need anybody to tell you to do it. Just do it.
Okay. This has been an amazing going to 45 minutes. And this is great. We got to have you back at some other time. Thank God you're going to be doing the podcast and the mastermind and also to the panel and stuff. When are you leaving? Sunday?
Yes.
What time Sunday?
Sunday morning.
Why are you leaving morning?
Remember I told you it's my husband's birthday.
Okay.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Got to get back to him.
Okay. Awesome.
But I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we're going to wrap up now. So you shared so much, but if you can just give like 3 dope nuggets, and that's your camera right there to somebody watching. They'll be like, man, I like this Miss Shanice Wise.
Okay.
I like how she's sounding. Like I want to vibe with her, but I wish she just kind of speak to me, just kind of push me over the fence so I can kind of vibe with her more, right? So just 3 dope things to share with somebody watching right now.
Believe in yourself. I would say that's the first thing is believe in yourself. Even if those around you, they don't believe in you, you are the number 1 player on your team. Believe in you. Number 2, invest in a coach, a mentor, advisor. You need help. You cannot walk this entrepreneur journey by yourself. And number 3, show up. Show up to events that's going to have other people that are like-minded, business-minded, where you can connect community, you can connect to them, and it'll help you grow. And I would say those are the 3 biggest things. Believe in yourself, invest in help, and show up.
Wow. Believe in yourself, invest in help, and show up. So how can they find you, connect with you?
Okay, so everywhere is Shanice M. Wise. Okay, so my website is www.shaniceMwise.com. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok. I'm getting the hang of TikTok. And so it's all branded with my name. And so if you search me, you will find me.
Amazing. So want you all to connect with Shanice M. Wise. You can go to our website, ShaniceMWise.com, and she's everywhere on our social media. And you are really, really going to be blessed. So Dr. Faith, last word.
Show up, because somebody's waiting for you to show up so they can be blessed. So bless them.
Amazing. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful episode. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And this episode is brought to you for free from Vonza.com, sponsoring the show. All-in-one platform for you to run your online business, your courses, your community, email, funnels, pretty much everything you need in one single place. So go to Vonza.com and start a 14-day free trial today. Until next time, we'll see you. Have a blessed one. Bye, New Rich Nation.
Bye. Check the next video.